Alright, what's up guys? So you might be wondering why I'm in my car. Well, the piece of garbage, human oppressor, grass mowing people, the plant genocide people are here making a lot of noise outside, so I can't really, film outside at the moment. So instead I'm going to be filming in my car. Hopefully if I pray enough to the prophet Joe Rogan, the plant rights activist Joe Rogan, he can come through and stop these oppressors. But for now I have to hear the screams of all these terrified and, just completely petrified plants. Anyway, plant genocide aside, I want to talk today about what is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to talk to others about animal rights and vegan activism in general, whether you're on the streets doing activism or, you're around your friend who just won't shut the f up about you being a vegan. Yo, Danny, so today we're ordering a meat lover's pizza for the boys. Do you want any? Oh, I'm good, man. Don't worry about it. Are you sure, dude? Like, what do you want, a diet or something? Oh, no. I'm just vegan, so I can't actually have the meat lover's pizza. There's dairy and there's meat on it, and, vegans just don't eat that stuff. But, dude, don't worry about it. I could probably find some food in your house that's vegan. No worries. Yo, hold on, bro. You're vegan? Yo, guys, Danny's a vegan, dude. Yo, Danny's a vegan. Isn't that crazy? Bro, can you just stop talking to people about the fact that you're vegan? Like, we get it, bro. We already know you're vegan. You don't need to tell us again and again and again, bro. We get it. You're vegan. I mean, I'm not even making an actual effort to talk about it. And honestly, I'd probably rather not, if that's cool. Dude, wait, so like, since you're vegan, like, what can you eat? I mean, there's a lot of things that are edible. There's like 20,000 edible plants. Dude, here you are again talking about your diet. Nobody even asked, dude. Stop shoving your diet down my throat. This is why people stereotype vegans as talking about being vegan so much. Dude, just stop. I'm not even trying to talk about it, dude. Like, I even said I'd rather not talk about it. You're the one that just keeps... So wait, dude, like, why are you vegan anyway? Alright, guys, so when it comes to talking to people about veganism, there really is just one way that I really like to use. And this way will make your friends very comfortable around you. It will make them not uncomfortable at all. Just make them so at peace and just be like, wow, I'm really considering going vegan. So here is that way. Hey, what is up, you animal-abusing piece of garbage? Do you know what it took for that glass of pus-filled breast milk to get to you? Oh, well, in case you don't know, a dairy cow had to be perpetually, forcibly, artificially inseminated over and over and over, and also have her kids stolen from her over and over and over. And then, here's the best part. When the mother couldn't produce milk at a cost-effective rate for her human oppressors, she actually was sent to a slaughterhouse to have a knife slashed across her throat to be murdered for beef. Isn't that great? You're such a good person, you absolute piece of trash. You. Alright, so obviously that was a joke, and that is not how I think you should be talking to people about veganism. Now, the facts that were laid out by the vegan in the skit were good, and those are things that we should definitely say at certain points in the conversation. They just shouldn't be said in the way that they were said in the skit for obvious reasons. So there are multiple styles of vegan activism that I do not like, and one of them is when a vegan goes up to a person and just blatantly says to the person, what you're doing is morally wrong. Morality is a subjective thing, so for you to call something morally wrong to a person, you have to first know what it is their normative ethics are, or just moral principles, so that when you call what they're doing morally wrong, you can actually have a strong basis by which you make the claim. If you choose to just blatantly go up to a person and say, what you're doing is morally wrong, you're going to live up to the stereotype that is, vegans always just push their beliefs on others. You will also come off as no different from the silly meat eaters who like to call vegans hypocrites for financially supporting crop deaths, though, without actually understanding their normative ethics. The better way, in my opinion, to go about this is to push people's own beliefs on themselves. If you end up finding out the logical structure of somebody's morals through the use of the Socratic method, not only do you come off as less attacking, but also you cannot be accused of pushing your own beliefs onto the person, but instead their own beliefs. Once you find out the logical structure of somebody's morals, if they're not a crazy psychopath or have really insane values or apathetic values, you might be able to show them that their values and the logical structure of their morals are actually compatible with veganism. Here's an example of that. Hey, what's up guys? So just a heads up that you're going to be seeing some bipolarness with the weather in these upcoming skits because I had to film different parts of the skits at different times of the day. And also apologies for the plant genocide going on in the background. These people that cut the grass in my neighborhood were just going ham today, and I tried filming at different points when they weren't, but they just were always committing genocide. So I couldn't not film with them in the background making those plant scream. So yeah, just a little disclaimer. Bro, I mean, like, sure, like vegans can do their thing, I'll do my thing, like whatever, but I'm just gonna keep eating meat. Like, it's just not my thing to be a vegan. Well, wait, Are you sure you don't agree with vegan principles?
I mean, yeah, bro, it's obvious.
No, but you might though. Like, let me just ask you a couple of questions. So, do you think that it's moral to kill a cow for food?
Yes.
Okay, now, do you think it's moral to kill a human for food?
No, dude, obviously not. Humans aren't animals, so...
Whoa, no. I know humans and cows aren't the same thing. Just try to hear me out here. So, I asked you if it's okay to kill cows for food, and you said yes. And then I asked you if it's okay to kill a human for food, and you said no. So, what's implicit in those two answers is that there's a moral difference between a cow and a human, which is justifying the differential treatment that you're giving toward cows. So I want to ask you, like, what is the actual difference that is justifying that differential treatment? Like, what is it about the cow that makes it okay to kill the cow for food, which the human doesn't have?
I mean, like, cows aren't as smart as humans, so duh, I mean, that's the main difference. Like, they're not smart enough to, understand right from wrong, so that's probably the main difference. I mean, why I think it's okay to kill a cow for food, but not a human.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're saying that it's okay to kill cows for food and not humans because cows don't possess the intelligence to understand right from wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you're saying that what justifies killing a cow is it having no intelligence to understand right from wrong. So do you also think that it's moral to kill certain disabled humans that also don't, understand morality or have the intelligence to understand morality? And do you also apply this logic to babies?
I'm not really sure. Dude, please I need some bacon right now. I can't really think at the moment.
All right, so that was a pretty good summation of how most of my conversations on veganism can go when my goal is to convince the person to switch over to the vegan lifestyle. Well, besides the bacon part, obviously. It just seems much more effective than just getting extremely emotional and trying to shame a person for their decision to pay for animal products. And you absolute piece of trash, you which, as we all know, is something that they've been conditioned to do their entire lives, and 99% of the people around them also do it. I don't say this to make excuses for the person, but just to elicit the point that some people need to be questioned Socratically, which in turn could help them realize how they don't actually agree with their own reasoning once they face up to the logical extension of what they're saying. The dumb meat eater in the skit had no idea that in using difference of intelligence to justify killing a cow for food versus killing a human for food, that he was simultaneously justifying the exploitation and killing of certain mentally disabled humans and babies who cannot understand right from wrong. The fact is that most people have not thought deeply enough about animal rights and have not thought about their reasons that justify paying for them to be exploited and killed on a daily basis for food, clothing, etc. Now, this approach is not bulletproof. Of course, you can come across a person who has psychopathic or apathetic morals. Okay, so you're saying that what justifies killing a cow is it having no intelligence to understand right from wrong. So do you also think that it's moral to kill certain disabled humans that also don't, understand morality or have the intelligence to understand morality? And do you also apply this logic to babies?
I mean, yeah, of course I do. If I were to be saying that, it's not okay to kill mentally disabled humans and babies for food, I would be inconsistent. So yeah, I think that's perfectly fine, perfectly reasonable.
Damn, dude, killing babies and certain disabled people for food on a mass scale. You're a really good person. So a couple things here. Number one, if this person is being genuine, I would start to make sure they really understand what it is they are saying, because some people in this case actually do not. I'll say something like, okay, so do you understand that you're literally saying that Auschwitz for certain disabled people and babies is ethical? Or sometimes I'll say, so you would have been cool with somebody throwing your 1-year-old baby self in a concentration camp to be killed for food. Or I'll ask, if you were a disabled person to the point of not understanding right and wrong, but you could still experience pain and pleasure, would you just be cool with being exploited your entire life, only to be killed at 1/4 your natural lifespan for food or human benefit in general? So sometimes this will get people to, reevaluate what they're saying and go back to the drawing board. And other times they might just say, yeah, I actually do think it's moral to just kill disabled people and babies for food. So there are about two things that are going on here in this case. Number one, this person is being serious. If this person is being genuine, at this point, there is not much you can do besides have reduced them to absurdity, which, you have done because you just got them to admit that they would accept the mass killing of babies and disabled people for food. Most people wouldn't hold this position, and upon hearing this conversation, may even reflect on the fact that they actually have vegan principles. This kind of situation is good evidence of the unfortunate reality that not everybody can be convinced of going vegan or at least having vegan principles. As much of a sad truth as it is, not every non-vegan can be convinced to adopt the vegan lifestyle. Now, of course, this shouldn't stop us from trying at all. So the other thing that could be happening here, and what I think is most likely what is happening, is that this person is trying to bite the bullet on a very absurd position in order to come off as logically consistent. They don't actually hold the position that it's okay to, mass kill mentally disabled people who don't understand right and wrong, and also babies. Just think of it this way. If you were to go up to this person and not talk to them about veganism at all, and to say, hey, I want to conduct an interview, and you said, hey, is it okay to kill babies for food? They most likely would have said no, but now that you've had this conversation about veganism and how they know that you're trying to test the logical structure of their morals, they're going to be like, oh, you know what, yeah, I think that's perfectly fine, so that they could feel justified in paying for animals to be commodified and exploited on a daily basis. So I've actually encountered a lot of people during outreach who do this, especially when I used to do vegan outreach at my university campus at UCF. There would be people who would just, quote unquote, accept the logical extensions of what they're saying, just to not lose the debate and try to be consistent. I've had multiple cases of people who try to be consistent at different points in the future come up to me after our conversation where they were trying to be consistent and say to me, yeah, to be honest, I didn't actually think that it was moral to kill disabled people. I was just all out of arguments and was trying to remain consistent. So yeah, guys, to summarize, rather than attacking people over veganism, assuming their subjective normative ethics and calling them immoral, instead, just take a more calm and rational approach where you calmly question them, find out their morals, and further the conversation accordingly. So if you guys enjoy this video and enjoy videos where I go over how to be a better vegan activist or how to talk to meat eaters in general about animal rights and veganism, just let me know and I'll consider making more videos like this. Also, if you enjoy this car setting, please let me know. I kind of think it's cool. I mean, from the camera right now, it looks pretty cool. I don't know how it's going to look when I'm actually editing and stuff, but yeah, let me know what you think of this car setup. I think it's pretty sweet. And of course, I don't have to hear, all these plant screams and all this plant genocide that's going on in the background. Also, I will be uploading street debate and discussion footage of myself talking with real life meat eaters pretty soon so that you guys can see in real time how I go about implementing all the principles laid out in this video and more. So if you want to see that and haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. And if you don't want to see that, just sub anyway, because why the f not? All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoy my content and want to support me on Patreon, the link is in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Isn't that great? You're such a good person, you absolute piece of trash. You